Being unhappy is played out. It truly is. Like, so I saw a meme, right? I saw a meme going around, and I paraphrase. I don't remember what it said exactly, but it mentioned something about when you hear another woman talking bad about another woman, it says a lot about how she feels about herself on the inside. And I agree. I feel like so many women are misguided, and so many women have been torn down, and women have been pit against each other for so long, and so many women have grown up in toxic environments that they really don't know how to celebrate another woman, right? So when you're younger, they're called haters. Everybody's a hater. No. Let's scratch the word hater out of the situation. It's not about hate. It's about a female, a woman, not appreciating and understanding her own greatness. And so she looks at other women and she nitpicks at everything they're not doing right and what they're not doing, because she wants to tell herself, I'm not the only one that's not perfect. I'm not the only one that's not achieving my goals. I'm not the only one that's not doing what they got to do. Look at her. She ain't all that. She's doing A, B, C, and D. Anytime you tear a woman down, it says more about what you feel about yourself than it does about that woman. Because that woman is doing what she wants to do. That woman is okay with her grind and her struggle, whatever that may be. I don't got no business out here without my glasses because I can't see without them. So there's no reason why I should be out here trying to be cute for y'all when y'all know I can't see. Everybody know I can't see. But in all honesty, I feel like once a woman learns to love herself, love on herself, accept her flaws, work on the areas in her life that she's having the most problems with, you won't really have time to criticize other women. Because you know what it's like to be criticized, don't you? You know what it's like to wear something and somebody tell you you don't look good. You know what it's like to do your hair a certain way and somebody asks you, why you cut your hair, or why you do that to your hair, or saying something other than what you want to hear. You know what it's like for somebody to critique your weight. You know what it's like for somebody to critique anything that you felt like you wanted to do, and somebody just comes and tear you down for no reason. The people that do that are people that are suffering inside. You understand? So when you do it, you have to check yourself and say, it's coming from that ugly place in my life. It's coming from that insecure place in my life where I got to check that. For you to spill out negativity toward another woman, especially when you don't even know. You don't know this sister from a hole in the wall to be saying all the things you have to say about her, and you don't know her personally. So now you're just conjuring up shit in your head based off of what you see or what you heard. And it's not, you don't even know what's true, what's not. You don't know anything. You don't even know this woman's history as to why she's doing the things that she does and why she's acting and dressing and living and speaking the way that she does. You don't know what her path is that led her to this point right now that you just so happen to walk in to her life. Because if you truly knew the woman, you would know her history, you would know her path, you would know where she's been, what she's done. So you wouldn't be shocked at how she's acting, or how she's speaking, or how she's living, or the type of men that she's choosing, or whatever it is she's doing. If you knew her, you would have an understanding as to why she's acting the way she acts. And then you wouldn't judge her. Even if you don't agree, you wouldn't judge her. So I think that it's foul to put your mouth on people that you don't even know. You don't know their history. You don't know their story. You don't know how they were raised, what they've been through, where they've been. You don't know. So when you could judge another woman, even worse, if you know what they've been through and you know their path and you know their journey and you still find it in your heart to judge them and talk shit, that says a lot about you. Specifically, when you stop speaking to a person and you choose to slander them. Pull out your MLK fans, because we're all guilty of it. I've done it. I've done it before. I can't say I've done it in my recent adult years, but when I wasn't in control of my emotions and when I didn't understand that people are allowed to walk out of your life and they're allowed to outgrow you, because we think so highly of ourselves sometimes that when people stop speaking to us, we feel like, what the F, they owe us the world, right? And so, yeah, there was a point in time when in all of our lives, because we're not in tune with our emotions and how this whole universal law, friendship, relationship thing works, that when somebody stops speaking to you and all that kind of stuff, and they just kind of phase out of your life, we get angry. We get mad, and we feel like the only solution is to talk shit about that person, to slander them, to bring up the times you were there for them and the bad times and blah, 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 blah. Like you're trying to validate your anger and your disrespect toward this person that walked out of your life. And you do that without thinking about how they have grown and how you have grown. You guys just started going like this. But you don't know how to grasp that. You haven't understood that's how life works yet. That's a part of maturity and growth. This person understood it. Nobody had to tell them. You didn't do anything to them. You didn't do anything. They just started to go another way based on their life and their history and their path. And instead of you understanding that, you start going crazy. You don't have to slander everybody you disconnect from. You don't have to. If you don't understand the disconnect and why you guys are no longer friends, or a man and woman, or a man and man, or woman and woman, whatever the relationship is, business, ask. You ever thought to ask and just say, hey, listen, I notice there's been a distance between us. And if you don't want to ask, then you owe it to that person to not slander them. Because you don't even have a clear understanding as to why y'all are not friends anymore, or in a relationship anymore, or doing business anymore, or Instagram, social media friends anymore. You don't even have the full story. You don't even have the answer, Sway. But you're slandering them based off of emotion. That's not cool. And so, woman to woman, I'll start with us. We gotta figure this thing out. We gotta find a way to not tear each other down when we are feeling emotional. If there hasn't been a specific thing that someone has done to you, this is for everybody. If there isn't a specific thing that a person has done to you, a specific thing that you could say, I'm not effing with this person and I'm not talking to this person because they did this. You have no reason to speak so factually about their life and what you think of them, because you don't even have any concrete evidence as to why you're mad at this person. You're mad based off of emotion. You're upset because this person has detached themselves from you, and now you're internalizing it, and now you're hating yourself, and you're feeling away, and you're feeling insecure, and you hate that you feel that way, and you're blaming that person. That's all that is. They didn't do anything to you. Personally, specifically, maliciously. They did not. They didn't. And instead of you saying, damn, this person over here doing this and that, and checking in and say, hey, what's going on? I noticed we haven't. That right there is a level of maturity that would allow that other person to open up that door to be like, oh, okay, we in alignment. And then it flows. And y'all flow and y'all grow together. That's just, it's that simple. But should it not be that easy? Because it's not. So don't let me blow smoke up your behind. It's not that easy. But if you don't take the route of asking the question and identifying if there is a problem, or if you don't have an actual fact as to why you and this person is no longer in communication, you have no right and no reason to slander them. And you just have to understand that people grow apart and it's okay. Relationships are not a hostage situation. Nobody belongs to you. Nobody. Get it through your head. And you don't belong to anybody. If you woke up one day and decided the vibe wasn't right, the energy wasn't right, I want to start doing other things. It has nothing to do with people. This is where y'all get it messed up at. It has nothing to do with people. You may wake up one day with a plan for your life, and that plan does not involve the people that you just around all the time. So what happens? Do you owe your friends and family and man or woman or whoever a conversation to say, hey, this is how I'm feeling, and I'm going to start doing this, that, and that, so you mofos may get left behind? No, that's not reality. You get up one day, because based on your past and your feelings and what you've been through and yada, 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 you wake up one day and you say, I'm going to stop doing this and I'm going to start doing more of that. I want to try more of this, less of that. You have your own little plan for your life, as you should. And you're in charge of your life, and you don't have to explain to anybody what it is you're trying to do, right? And you get up and you start doing what you want to do. And in the interim, it doesn't involve the people that been around. So now you find yourself distancing yourself, not on purpose. You just doing you, and you trying to get your life together. The people that are in alignment with you and in tune with you, they will naturally flow with you. It won't be nothing to talk about. It won't be a thing to talk about. Those who don't get it and that are not meant to be a part of that, your destiny and that next level that you're going to, they just don't go. They don't fit. That don't mean you can't be friends and communicate anymore. It just means where I'm going, you can't come, but I'll holler. Simple as that. And don't slander them just because you don't understand what's going on. How about you worry about your own life and your own thing and your own destiny and level up on your own life. And then even if you two are not together, but y'all both are leveling up, you understand their mindset. Like, I see what you was doing. I'm doing the same thing. Props, respect, shout out to you. And it's all good. It's really all good. Stop taking everything so goddamn personal. This is Conversations with Yaya. I hope you learned something today.